Board of Education for May the 8th. If you could all please rise to a pledge of allegiance, and then also please stay standing for a moment of silence. And Chief Miller, if you would lead us, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Again, I'd like to welcome everyone that's with us this evening, and if we could have roll call, please.
Norm Berner,
Here.
Robert Clark,
Here.
Mike Gallo,
Here.
John Krasinski, Sue Crespi,
Present.
Ryan O'Keefe,
Present.
Johnny Surface,
Present.
Matthew Walters, Joan Zep.
Thank you. I'd like to let everyone know that we did have an executive session. It was held this evening, May the 8th of 2024, immediately prior to the regularly scheduled meeting for purposes of personnel matters, including but not limited to performance and/or discipline, negotiations, and legal issues. At this time, we do need to elect a treasurer. So if I could have a motion.
I nominate Diane Surface. Second.
I have one Diane Surface that's been put forward. Any other nominations? Okay, hearing of no other nominations, I would like to close the nominations, and since there is only one candidate, I would move for election by acclamation. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries. Congratulations, Diane. This evening, we have some student highlights. Mrs. Atkins. I can see Mrs. Beardsley.
Good evening, everyone. So today I'm going to highlight some things that have been going on at the middle school. There's actually been a lot of adventure at the middle school, but I don't know if anybody, I was there on Friday, this past Friday, and Saturday we had our Lion King Jr. performance, and it was phenomenal. From the casting to the costumes to the program, the ladies had done such a phenomenal job. Ms. Rhonda Sawyer, Aubrey Sawyer, and Ms. Elaine Cucci, and the students were phenomenal. So if you have a chance, if you had a chance to see it, I know you really enjoyed it, but here are some highlights from our really springtime things going on. Oh, there should be music.
Good evening. My name is Sue Phillips, and I'm a student government president here at the middle school. Thank you for allowing us the opportunity to share with you and the community some of the great things that have been happening in our school. The soundtrack for the evening presentation consists of recordings from our spring concert that took place during the academic showcase on April 16th. Enjoy.
Thank you, Mrs. Atkins, for sharing that. Dr. Conrad, do we have any questions this evening? Community.
Good evening, everyone. There were actually no community questions this evening.
All right, we will move on. Secretary's report, Mrs. Smale, please.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight I'm requesting approval of the minutes of the meeting held on April 18th, 2024, and approval of the May 8th, 2024 board meeting agenda.
So moved.
Could I have a second, please?
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Berger, seconded by Mr. Galler. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries. Moving on to Pleasant Valley citizens. At this time, are there any Pleasant Valley citizens that would like to address the board? It would be on agenda items only. If you could come to the podium, state your name and the township that you reside in, and there is a limit of 3 minutes. Seeing no one approach the podium, we will move on. Treasurer's report. Mrs. Surface, please.
Yes, tonight I'm seeking a motion for item 4A, D, A being informational.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Berger, seconded by Mr. Clark. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries. Moving on to unfinished business, Mr. Fitzgerald.
I have no unfinished business this evening.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to new business, Monroe Career and Technical Institute, Mrs. Surface.
Yes, my report is attached, but I do have a few updates. On Friday, May 10th, the skills signing will occur at DeSales University, and we have 2 Pleasant Valley students, Madison Brooks and Sahaley Domain. May 23rd, there will be the Elmer Gates Enterprise Awards taking place at El-Tri-C, and we have 1 Pleasant Valley recipient, that's Aiden Chava. And the MCTI, just a reminder, their senior awards will be held this year at Pleasant Valley on Thursday, May 30th, starting at 6 o'clock. The other thing is an update on their capital project. The fencing has been put around the site. The excavator has been moved in. They should be digging for the next 2 weeks for the foundation. All transportation has been routed around, a couple little tweaks in the morning to get the buses and the kids in place, but it's exciting news happening over there. That's it, thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Surface. Any questions? Okay, moving on to Colonial IU, Mr. Galler.
Yeah, my report is attached. Also, just a reminder that we will be, obviously it's why we're here tonight, is rescheduling for our recognition tomorrow night with the Night of Excellence Awards that PV will be receiving down at Edge tomorrow evening. So it's going to be an awesome event. I'm looking forward to hearing PV being announced once again for all the great things that we do.
Absolutely, thank you. Mrs. Ziff isn't here this evening. Moving on to education report. This evening, I do not have anything to report out. Finance report, Mrs. Surface.
Yes, the finance reports will be called for later on in the agenda under item 12.
Thank you. Athletic report, Mr. O'Keefe.
I do have a couple of things to say. This week starts off the EPCs. Track was yesterday and today. I'm getting some live updates actually as we speak. Kara Silver, we've got a silver medal. He did not provide the last name. So we're doing well. We got 3 medals at EPCs in track. So that's awesome. Girls lacrosse all-stars, first team Devin Bush, Riley Rath, Liv Rath, and Cecilia Cordova. Second team was Bree Palmieri, Liv Iandoli, and the MVP for the league was Devin Bush. So that's huge accomplishments for all of our athletes there. What I had planned to say with my report was about the APCs also. Overall, the other two sports that were not mentioned were baseball and lacrosse for the boys. They had a great year, growing year, and they look forward to next year of what's going to come. And then that was about it for what we had.
Okay, any questions? Okay, policy report, Mrs. Zip isn't here this evening, but her policy report is attached. Capital improvement, Mr. Berger.
Value engineering workshop was held on April 29th for cost reduction ideas. A follow-up value engineering Zoom meeting was held on May 6th to review our cost analysis updates and proposed design changes. A design meeting was held this afternoon to review some of the residual items from the Zoom meeting. And also to give an update on possible budget changes. Our engineering team would provide an update for the high school renovation and our budget at tonight's board working session. Our next scheduled design meeting is on May 23rd, and we remain on track for our planned schedule. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions? Okay, technology report, Mr. Clark.
Nothing at this time.
Okay, security report, Mr. Matt Walters isn't here this evening. I know with a switch in the meetings, he couldn't make it. Superintendent's reports.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight I'm seeking approval for items 7B through 7D. Item 7E is information.
Could I have a motion, please?
Motion?
Second.
Second.
A motion by Mr. O'Keefe and seconded by Mr. Clark. Is there any discussion? I just would like to point out that we are revising the 24-25 calendar, school calendar, and I just want to thank everyone that's worked on it. I know it's been a tedious couple of months working on it, but I feel that this aligns very nicely with the other school districts, almost exactly, except for one item, which I really hope that our teachers would consider, and that is evening conferences. All three of the other school districts in Monroe County offer evening conferences one of the days, so I would really hope that we could also afford that opportunity to our parents in our district. So hopefully we can still make that tweak maybe later on.
We'll revisit the conversation. We had prior conversations about that. Obviously, what you see on the calendar is reflective of those conversations. My hope is that we can work on accommodating working parents and families in our community to inform them of the progress students are making. So I'll continue those conversations.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Anyone else? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries.
Human Resources, Mrs. Fulmer.
Good evening. Tonight I'm seeking approval of items 8B through 8H. Items 8I and 8K are informational.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Berger, seconded by Mr. Galler. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries.
And I'm sorry, I believe Ms. Neese
Oh.
is here this evening, so can we
I
give
forgot all
her
about that.
congratulations.
Congratulations. Welcome aboard. Look forward to having you.
Thank you. Okay. Tonight I'm seeking approval of items 9B through 9D. Items 9E and 9F are informational.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Berger, seconded by Mrs. Surface. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries.
Okay, moving on to curriculum with Dr. Howard.
Good evening. Tonight I'm seeking approval for item 10A.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Mr. Galler, seconded by Mr. O'Keefe. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries.
Operations, Mr. Smith?
Good evening. Tonight I'm seeking approval, item 11A.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. O'Keefe, seconded by Mr. Clark. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries.
Mr. Simonetto, the business manager?
Good evening. Tonight I'm requesting approval of items 12B through H.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Galler, seconded by Mrs. Surface. Is there any discussion? I just would like to ask a question on the preliminary, or the proposed final, whatever, there's so many steps in this process. The proposed final, the budget that we are approving. Could you just inform, I know what it is, but could you inform the community what the percentage of that increase is proposed at?
Yeah, I'll let Tammy do that,
Oh,
because it's
okay.
different from the previous year.
Yes, okay, thank you.
So our tax levy for 24-25 is 25.1083 mils. This is a 0.2486 mil increase from the previous year, and this is equivalent to a 1% increase.
Tammy, I know you might not know this off the top of your head, but what does that equate to for the average taxpayer? Do you know that off the
I
top of?
believe it was $3 a month when I did the presentation.
Okay, thank you,
You're welcome.
thank you. Anyone else? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries. All right, we're down to new business with Mr. Fitzgerald.
And I have no new business this evening.
Okay, thank you. Pleasant Valley citizens, is there anyone that would like to address the board this evening on any item? If so, please come to the podium. Again, state your name, the township you reside in, and there is a 3-minute limit. Anyone?
Nellie Gordon, Chestnut Township. I was just curious as to what's the future for the Night of Unity.
I believe that was announced last meeting. Was the last meeting? It's in the teacher's hands, the committee that has it. So, that's all.
Can the community be involved or is there, can I look this up on the website?
I mean, we've had meetings to try to get this off the ground. Those meetings occurred namely in late fall. We haven't received, from the administrative standpoint, any indication that we want to continue to move forward. I believe that part of the challenge is, coordinating that. Northampton Community College had actually their own community night, which our students, a few of our student groups had actually participated in. So we hope that that can gain some momentum to maybe do something here. But as you're aware, and as we've discussed, we need multiple people coming in, volunteering their time. And we actually are trying to, pursue this, but we need people to support.
Okay, that's why I'm asking if there's any way where it's being announced, because I've had numerous people from the community ask me about this, and
Sure.
and I said, because it's not posted anywhere where they can be involved. So I'm just asking for maybe some more openness or someplace,
But it's open. It's just no one's taking the ball and going with it, so.
so if they can call the office then.
Uh,
I'll just help them do that.
okay.
I just have one short question.
You need, wait, you need to come to the podium, state your name and the township that you reside in.
Yep. Michael Melak, Polk Township. After the meeting, there's supposed to be an update on the renovation.
Yes.
And so, since it's an update, I missed any prior, anything about it. Is there anything in the website that will direct me to,
Everything's in the website, so I'm trying to remember, Chuck, do you remember where it's located?
It was in the, if you're on the main page, it was updated on the main page on our messaging board on there. So if you scroll through, it'll be on there. If you have any problems, though, you can let me know, or we can connect and we can.
Okay, so, and your name is, sir? Sorry.
Chuck Tamori.
Chuck Maury?
Tamori.
Thank you so,
Yep.
thank you so much.
I believe the link is actually under the community section.
It is.
Yes, so.
Under facilities.
Okay, we'll do a
Under
demonstration up
facilities.
here, up there.
What's that now?
Just watch the screen.
Watch the screen.
I'm gonna show you where it's at.
All righty.
Oh,
That's
you
just
wanna
what-
see
So
us?
if you go to community tab,
That was horrifying.
All right, so we're under right now here, community?
So main webpage, community.
Okay.
Community,
Webpage, community, and then, where we at?
facilities,
Facilities.
yep, capital
Okay,
improvement.
capital improvement plan.
That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
And all the updates throughout this school year are listed there, and we've been updating the public and the community, and there are recorded meetings that you can actually access as well, that go over the progress that we've made throughout this year during our working session presentations. Yep, and then you can follow along tonight.
Yeah, I'll come to it.
All right, thank you, Dr. Conrad.
Of course, yep.
I think so, just add, tonight's presentation is on Board Docs, and then that will be uploaded.
To the website, okay. All right. Anyone else at this time? Okay, let's see, Pleasant Valley School Directors, does anyone have anything this evening?
I'll jump on. I would just like to put a shout out to all our teachers. It's Teacher Appreciation Week, and thanks for all that you do out there in the trenches. Appreciate it.
Send the same compliments to our staff, professional, paraprofessionals, and other workers who create an environment that is good for learning of the students within the district. We thank every one of you. Thank you.
Anyone else? I also would like to echo the same sentiments. I think overall, it's been a really great year here at PV. We've had a couple of harsh bumps in the road that we've dealt with, but overall, we've had a really good year. So I want to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart for everything you do for our community and our kids. Thank you. Superintendent's remarks.
Sure. So I do have a couple of remarks this evening. First, as was stated before, we're celebrating Staff Appreciation Week. I appreciate the families, the students that have dropped off flowers, cards, emails, phone calls, really honoring and thanking the incredible staff here that we have in Pleasant Valley. And it isn't just about the teachers, but obviously the teachers are a critically important aspect of helping our students to learn. We have incredible counselors, nurses, secretaries, all aspects. We have food services, incredible workers that really help to facilitate just a great learning environment here in Pleasant Valley. So I'm so proud to work alongside each and every one of you. And, again, we're completely grateful for you all. And then also the PTOs have done a phenomenal job with honoring all of our staff throughout the district, and the taco day that they had yesterday, and all the great things that they're doing. So we're very grateful of their engagement and support as well. And next is, I'm really thrilled to share this, and it's nice to have some students in the background as well. So I'm thrilled to share that as of May 3rd, our high school seniors have been awarded over $4.1 million in scholarship money. This is the highest amount that we have ever received in Pleasant Valley. This tops the $3.8 million that our seniors from last year's class had worked towards receiving. And, again, we're not even done. So it's really exciting to know all the great staff and the parents, the families, the students in particular applying for these scholarships, knowing how expensive it is for post-secondary opportunities. And we applaud you, we thank you, and let's keep on earning more. We have a couple more weeks, right? So that's extremely exciting here in Pleasant Valley. Next, I wanted to congratulate the high school band and Mr. DeVivo. They competed in last week's competition at Hershey. Students had earned second place, and they received an overall excellent rating. So great job by Mr. DeVivo and by incredibly talented musical students. The Monroe County Special Olympics was held at Pleasant Valley High School last Monday. It was an absolutely wonderful day. So many of our students participated. It was such a joy to see students engaged. I felt that we created a really positive electric atmosphere, quite frankly, in Pleasant Valley. We're excited to do this again, and certainly, you have Mrs. Harris, who was the fire starter with all this and just did a phenomenal job. Our kids, just seeing the smiles and what they're able to accomplish is incredible. And what a good lesson for, humanity and for our kids. Just, it really does take all of us working together. So I really applaud our students because you guys are a class act. Very proud of that. Wanted to thank Barry Fulmer for Keystone Snacks for donating chips and popcorn to our Special Olympics athletes and students, and obviously Mr. Smell and we had Chief Miller and everyone just working together, creating a safe environment, making it very welcome. And obviously Mr. Krasinski, we had the high school administration, Mr. Boylan, Mr. Ayer, Mr. Bird, everyone really working together. So it was really, really cool to see. Definitely loved it. Also, congratulations to Pleasant Valley High School Envirothon students and advisor, Mrs. Gar, for their outstanding accomplishments. They had received first, second, and third place in the most recent competition, so certainly we're extremely proud of them. The Mud Snipers clinched first place, Joan of Shark secured second place, and Shadow Money Gang grabbed third place. So again, just excellent, participation, and Mrs. Gar does a phenomenal job with their students. So best of luck at the state competitions in a couple of weeks. Also want to highlight Mrs. Tony Bush and the girls lacrosse. They do have playoffs coming up this Friday in Nazareth, but they had another undefeated regular season. So phenomenal job by our student athletes. The dedication, the hard work, the commitment really does make us PV proud, and we wish them the best of luck. Go Bears. That's all I got.
All right, thank you. Could I have a motion to adjourn?
So move. Second.
They do this every time.
Every time.
Every time. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And we are adjourned. Are we ready to rock and roll here? You have everybody a wreath? Okay.
All right.
Yeah. I think problems.
Oh.